In this video we're looking at syntax structure and in particular railroad diagrams. Railroad diagrams are a graphical method used to define the syntax of a programming language, and they use three different symbols. The first symbol they use are circles or rounded ended boxes, and those rounded ended boxes are basically predefined symbols or terminal symbols that you can't define them any smaller, and usually, for example, they will be letters or numbers or combinations thereof. Then you have defined symbols. These are non-terminal symbols. These are ones that you define while you're drawing your railroad diagram, and these elements are linked together by paths or lines, and those lines can sort of loop out and loop back or branch off, but they all join the symbols together. Seems a bit strange, but let's actually look at an example. So for administration purposes, every door in some building is going to be given a unique ID string, or like a door number. And the building has 3 floors, ground 1 and 2, and a central corridor, and on each that runs east-west, so there's a north side of the building and the south side of the building, so that the rooms are either on the north side or the south side. And then there's a main elevator in the middle, and the doors are either east or west of that elevator, and there are only 3 doors on each side, just to make it simple. So for example, the door GNE3 is on the ground floor. It is the 3rd door east of the elevator on the north side. So if you look at this this one here, the G is for ground floor, the N is for north side of the building, it's to the east of the elevator, and it's the 3rd door. There's also an option of putting an S on the front if it's a security door, if it has a special lock on it. So let's look at what this looks like in our railroad diagram structure. So we've got railroad diagrams here, and basically we're looking at this one here. We're going to define the term floor, so we're defining it by actually drawing this railroad diagram here. So it can be a choice between ground floor, first or second. Similarly, the direction from the elevator is east or west, the side of the corridor is north or south, and the position from the elevator is 1, 2 or 3. We can see that the final door number is defined by, it could be S and then floor, and we just go up here to see this defined. And we've got side of corridor, and this is a defined element as well, and it's defined over here. And then we've got this one here, direction from elevator is a defined element, so it's in a box, and it's going to be this one up here. And we've got position from elevator, and it's this one here. Let's just say this was actually defined by 0, 1, 2, 3, all the way down to 9, so it was actually defined as a number. And there were 20 doors, so you actually might have a loop back, and the loop back would look like this. So this would, if a door number could be 1, 1 or 1, 2 or 1, 3, for example, you could actually have a loop back there, and a loop back would look like that. So that's basically a railroad diagram, and your ability to read and draw railroad diagrams is important for your HSC.